Welcome to TeeMacTV, where I see you, you see me. Here on this show, we showcase different types of talent, different types of art, spoken word, comedy, rap, whatever it is that you do, that the gift God gave you, we're here to showcase. So sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Welcome back to TeeMacTV, where I have with me the lovely, the beautiful, the talented, the hilarious, the funny, a lifelong friend of mine, if I may say, comedian Miss Chanel Renee. How are you, Miss Chanel? How are you?
I honestly didn't know the intro was for me. I was actually looking for who you were setting up. Like, I was so confused right now.
I'm setting you up.
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. First of all, for the viewers watching, this interview is not really an interview. This is just a regular conversation. I've known Miss Travis for my whole life, pretty much my whole life. She actually was my first girlfriend. I'm going to tell the TV. I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell it.
We're going to be honest.
We're not going to lie.
Okay, go ahead.
We was together in high school. She dumped me.
3 days.
It was a week.
3 days.
Okay. It was a week.
Okay.
She dumped me for whatever reason, but...
You cheated on me.
Okay. That's either here nor there.
No, it's a story.
Okay.
We're just telling the story.
Wow. You know, see, me and her been in high school all our life, and not all our life, but we've been in high school.
I wasn't.
And we actually discovered that we were funny together.
Yeah, let's just go back to the beginning. I just feel like you skipped a real important detail. Do you want to tell them that you had your first kid when you were 9?
Okay,
and
wait,
that was
now
another reason?
that's, okay, you know what? That's not a part of the interview.
I didn't know. I'm
Why are you
confused.
talking to me in your church voice? This is what I want to know.
Because God is in the building. He runs through me, so I just like sometimes it's like, oh, I can't control myself.
Chanel, can you please tell the viewers of TeeMacTV more about you and just how you became to be who you are today?
Honestly, I feel like it was a lack of medicine. Somebody wasn't focused. My mom found out she was pregnant. She was 5.5 months. Joke's on her. I call her every birthday. You got caught up. But true story. That's really true. I don't know. I just started being me, and people started putting money in my hand for it. So not a lot, though. I don't want you to think this comedy thing is very lucrative. But I mean, I just started enjoying myself. I got on stage, and it started becoming at home. Like, I could not be on stage for a period of time, you know, whatever case. I had a surgery, and first time back on stage, it was like I never left.
Right.
So it's just something where I know something I'm blessed to do, so I enjoy doing it anytime I get the opportunity to do it.
I remember actually, you know, before high school, but I remember the first time you graced the stage, we was at Temptations, and it was an all-female show. We did a show with Patty, and I called you. I said, Chanel, you need to be at the show. And you came. You didn't know. First, you didn't want to do it.
I just feel like that's where you giving me profit. What are you doing?
No. What I'm saying is, I say all that to say is, you really didn't want to do it. So I feel like I kind of pushed you. I feel like I had the hands in that. I pushed you.
What's the next question? Because I feel like
okay, so we're gonna.
That story's a lie. What's next?
You don't remember that?
No.
Okay, but you do remember Temptations, though, right?
No.
That's when he called Smiles.
Is your name T-Mac? Because it's a lot of lies being shared right now. I'm so confused. Am I me? Like, did I leave? What's the next one?
You are a moron. So, Chanel, what inspired you to do comedy? What made you do comedy?
Actually, local comedian in Philadelphia, I have to always give him his credit. Chris Kennedy, he put me on my first show. It was November the 5th of, I want to say, 2004. And I was in college, and I enjoyed myself, but I had to make a choice between finishing my education, staying there, because I wasn't in the city, and doing comedy. And it was kind of seriously a battle because I was the first one to go to school, and my mom wasn't really trying to hear I'm dropping out of school to tell jokes.
Right.
So which probably would have worked out better financially.
Right.
But because now I tell jokes and I have a college degree. But the point is, I don't know where I was going with that story. But that's how I started doing comedy. That was my first show. And so I went back and I took a hiatus for maybe like 2 years, 2.5 years to finish school. And then when I came out, I moved to New Orleans. I was down there for maybe 4 or 5 months doing some stuff down there. I came back to Philly and just went strong. Like, I started linking up with Philly comedians, and you were in the game and Chase was in the game, and I started having a couple of favorites. There was a lot of BT people here in Philly. Like, we have a lot of comedy veterans that live in the city. Indeed. So it was easy to link up with people who had the experience and who didn't mind helping you mold you into, your style of comedy. They didn't try to change you. They helped you, bring out your style. And
being a female and being in a comedy game, and comedy is more predominantly majority men. How do you feel? Do you feel that is a test? Do you feel that is a handicap, a crutch? How do you feel as being a female comic?
Well, that's funny. A lot of people ask that question. It kind of makes me think, because I am who I am. It doesn't matter what sector I am. I have something to do. I'm going to get it done. So it doesn't matter who I am. But it does give me pride as being a female, and all my stuff is clean, and it still can come off as funny, and I can relate to almost anybody in any situation. That's productive to me. So I don't really look at the whole male field, because half of the males, y'all are a little funny, but I can out funny y'all.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
For those who don't know, for my watchers, when I tell y'all, like, this young lady here is hilarious. If you can picture Ellen DeGeneres times 25. Ellen with color. This is what you get. Like, Chanel, she's genuinely funny, and that's what made me and her, I guess you would say, continue to be friends, is her funniness.
Oh, that's what kept me around.
Yeah. You're hilarious.
I used to give you tokens.
Yeah, you did.
So I feel like that was the main keeper. Come on.
And just because we went to church. And speaking of church, you have a church background. Can you tell the watchers, the viewers, how that is maintaining being a comedian and a churchgoer?
I'm a Christian.
Okay.
I don't know.
I didn't want to use that word because I didn't know.
That's fine.
I didn't know your levels. I didn't know where you was. I'm a churchgoer.
That's fine.
Okay.
I can't wait till you get yourself together.
I'm gonna get saved soon.
But that's another thing that I take pride in. For my grandmother passed, he wasn't being rude with throwing his hair back that my grandmother died.
Because you constantly bother her, leave her alone.
No, before my grandmother passed, like, I had this whole thing. I had a conversation with her. I wanted to be on stage and give her something to be proud of. My mother and my family, to be something to be proud of. So if this is my integrity at any time, it needs to be my integrity on stage. Mm-hmm. So I never lose that. I don't think you have to drop who you are and what you believe in to make somebody laugh, because at that point you're selling yourself.
Yeah. Now, like, when you're doing Christian comedy, in comparison to doing comedy on, just in a regular club setting, do you feel it's a difference? Do you feel like it's testing your versatility?
No. I actually have fun in both sectors. Okay. Like I said, I'm me in both sectors, so I'm going to tell my jokes anywhere. I'm going to be just as relaxed anywhere. I don't really, and people say that, like, do you see the difference? I think being in the comedy clubs prepared me more for the church atmosphere. Yeah. I learned how to write jokes. I learned, presentation. I learned how to deliver. Whereas though, just saying I do Christian comedy would have been limiting myself to one sector. Exactly. And that's not fair to me or people who just want to come out to laugh. Amen. You don't want to bombard people with church if they're just coming to laugh.
Yeah. And again, for people who don't know, me and Chanel have done many Christian church shows, many Christian comedy shows, and I must say the people love it. The people love to laugh. The people love it, and I mean, being as though they go to church, they're still people. So I just want you to know this girl is hilarious. She's not all the way saved. She's partially saved. Don't listen to what she say, but she's hilarious in the church field. And you have something coming up. That's not correct. You and I have something coming up.
Yeah, we have something at your
the Christian Cafe.
The Christian, it's on the 20th.
The 20th of March. Yes.
20th of March, we'll be there. I'm not sure. Lamar Todd will be there, another funny comedian from the city.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
So, like I said, we're gonna have fun. That's what I do. We gonna go in there and have, like I said, people are people. They come to laugh. It doesn't matter. And I actually enjoy, I like to say, doing clean shows because you get to bring the whole family.
Exactly.
It's not just limited to, you know, you gotta tell the kids to shush. They can't come out. You know, if people want to bring their family out, the kids like to laugh too. Especially they can get the jokes. They like to be in the atmosphere.
Kids, my biggest audience. They my biggest audience.
Like a big. I
have a lot of kids.
You do.
I set myself up for that.
You did. You were right in that.
You know what? Can you just tell the T-Mac only watchers how can we follow you? And not only how can we follow you, before you leave us, tell us, you know, just tell any up and coming female comics, you know, what give them some advice.
Well, I'm still up and coming.
You established.
You know, I think you're up and coming until, you know, you feel as though in your place that you've made it. And I feel like I still have a lot of stuff that I'm working on, and that's never gonna fade away. You're still gonna get scared before you go on stage. You're still gonna want to perfect yourself, and that's what your art form. You take pride in it. So your art form is you. So when you get on stage, you're representing yourself. You took your time to write those jokes, so you want to prepare and deliver it correctly. But for females coming up, respect yourself. Don't get, you know, tied up in, you know, a lot of females just coming around, you know, they seen a certain comedian had some, you know, pedestal to put them on. They had some stages to give them, and they'll sell their soul, they'll sell their body, they'll sell whatever they need to do to get that stage time. So that was one thing that never been a fan of, never promised myself I will never do, and I'll stick to it. I'll sit back and watch the show before I sell myself out for anything. So with that being said, you got to stick to who you are. And if you come in the game, you loosey-goosey, then
loosey-goosey.
You know, that's who you are.
Right.
But, you know, if you have integrity and you want to keep that, you want people to respect you, then you got to come in and you got to show yourself approved for it. You have to fight for it. They're not going to give you anything, especially when they know you ain't giving them anything.
Right. So who would you compare yourself to in your style, in your deliverance on stage?
Compare, or who did I learn from? I don't really try to compare myself. I say I learned from, you know, I'm a big Ellen DeGeneres fan. I'm a big Whoopi Goldberg fan.
Yeah, Whoopi.
Wanda Sykes.
Yeah, big up to Wanda.
I'm a underdog fan right now. So I'm kind of trying to watch them, you know, and see what they're doing. But it's just as far as the layout, and Whoopi and Wanda and all them laid the foundation. All of them laid the foundation. You know, everybody in their own right stuck to who they are. If you see people on stage, this is who they are. Like, they didn't try to deny it. Ellen just never changed her ways to be who she is. Like, and that's important. You can't lose who you are. You may not agree with what somebody does, but if they're showing you them, believe them.
Gotcha, yeah. So if anybody wanted to book Miss Chanel, or if anybody wanted to get in contact with you, what's some information? Tell the viewers, telepwatchers, what's your information?
They can pay PGW directly. You do not have to go through me. I am just a middleman at this point. PGW, Pico, they're out there looking for me. My card note, that's with Willie Financial. Get with me and I can give you the details on that. But my name is Chanel Renee on Facebook, SHANELLRENEE, Travis, and on Instagram, Chanel Renee, and Twitter, the same thing, Chanel Renee Comedy. It's with an S, so I know some people spell it with a C. Told you my mom found out she was 5.5 months.
You know,
she was in a rush.
Do that to Miss Travis.
She was in a rush. She just named me. She just named me. No, it's cool. She was in a rush. I love her. Love you, Mom.
There you have it, T-Mac TV. You see me, I see you. Chanel Renee. We'll be right back with more on T-Mac TV. Welcome back to T-Mac Around TeeMac TV. I see you, you see me. Here I have with me Philadelphia's Delaware, Chester. Where are you from?
Name the whole tri-state.
Chester's own, the hilarious Mr. Lamar Todd. Give it up for Mr. Lamar Todd. Pleasure having you here, man.
All day, man.
Pleasure
all day,
having
man.
you here, man. So Lamar Todd, please tell T-Mac TV a lot about yourself and just tell us who you are.
Just a lot about myself.
A lot about yourself.
Bro,
a lot about yourself.
You know, well, I came out the womb back in '81. It was slippery, and you know, somebody smacked me.
Right.
I yelled. What you want to hear, man?
I want to know, man. You know, when you start this comedy game for art? Okay, let's slow down. For those who don't know, Lamar Todd here is a hilarious, funny comedian. I met this brother back in whenever it was. I met him back then.
Met you at the Laugh House, man. The Josh Cobb show, man.
Exactly. And I'm talking about, I thought I was the only one that came on stage that had the energy on 100. And I met this guy, and his energy was on 101. So I knew that there was somebody out there that was above me, and he's been electrifying every time I see him. Every time we bless the stage, he comes with the same energy, and I just want the people to know who you are, man. I just want the people to know who Lamar Todd is.
Well, yeah, I got a lot of energy. I do try to turn up.
Yeah, a lot of sugar water.
Yeah, like right now, I ain't got no energy, man. I don't. But if the stage is calling, I go ahead, and turn that up a notch, just for no reason.
Right.
And I'm sleepy. I did like 10 hours.
Yeah. So when did you get in the game, Mr. Todd, if you don't mind? When did you get in the comedy game?
I got in the comedy game about 5 years back, man. I had a homie in Chester, Pennsylvania. Chester, that's where I'm from. Okay. I had a friend from Chester. Chester got like 5 comedians down there. Right. There's 5 of us, and we struggled. Exactly. And I saw this one other dude doing it that I went to high school with. I said, yo, I can do that.
Right.
And I ain't never do it. I started taking girls out, like the dates and stuff, the comedy show. I was wanting to do something different because I like to creep.
Right.
So a lot of people don't go to comedy shows, be old heads and stuff in there. So I'm taking them to comedy show. I'm like, yo, man, I love this. It was just fun to do.
Right.
And I was like, I want to do it, but I still didn't do it. And my homies was like, yo, go try it. And I ain't never do it until I had a seizure and like almost died. Okay. And shaking. I was like, I should do comedy now. And it ain't go down like that.
So that's what led you in?
No, really, I had a seizure and I was like, yo, like I could die, and I need to do something that I love to do. Right. This is 2007 or something like that, 2008.
Right.
And I had my daughter the same year, and they definitely got to find another way to make some money or something like that too. So I wanted to show my daughter, if I have a kid, that you got the way you make money out here is doing something that you love to do, and comedy is what I love to do. So
cool, man. Cool. And I hear you mention the word fun, and you use that word fun. Is that explain to the audience and explain to the watchers what's your method, what's your style of comedy when you're on stage? How do you grace the stage? Do you grace it with fun? How do you?
Oh man. I put the draws in it, man. When I see the crowd, like I try to picture them as family. You know what I mean? Like my friends and my brother, my sister, stuff like that, people that I geek up with. And just go in with that, man, and try to give them all of me. And all of me is just wacky, man. When I'm in a party or at a house or when I walk in a place, I always gotta do something stupid and just crazy. As soon as I walk in, like, hey, Mac, what's up, baby? What's going on, baby? Just something stupid. I almost knocked that over.
Right.
If that was your house, I would have knocked over like 8 vases. Right there.
And I remember that right there. I remember we did a show. We were actually with Patty and Black Diamond Entertainment, and we did a show. And you came running across the room, and you slid on the stage, and you had on a blazer. You slid. I said, wow, this guy has a lot of energy, man. Yeah. To slide on this, mind you, the stage was wood.
I was late, yo. I was outside with my man. So you remember
the show I'm talking about?
I remember.
Right?
This is at the Laugh House. And this is the night I met you.
This was on Germantown.
Oh, this is on Germantown.
You slid on a live stage.
I slid on another stage.
Yeah, this is another stage you slid. I'm talking about literally slide.
It was both in the same suit. I know that much.
The same blazer.
I wore that suit everywhere. It was funerals, birthday parties.
You were known for wearing a lot of blazers. So was that like was that a look?
That was my thing. When I first started, I saw everybody else dressing regular, and I was like, yo, I need to look different from these dudes. So I started wearing all my dad died, and he just left like a basement full blazers from Salvation Army.
Oh, God.
He had a nice collection, though, man. Some Pierre Cardin, some St. John's Bay.
So in his memory, you wore
blazers. Yeah. So I went in and threw it on, man, and it gave me that same funk because my dad was silly. And my dad was a preacher. And
right,
so
you are a PK.
Yeah.
So explain. Okay, now see that leads me to another question. Explain to that. Being a comedian and also being a PK. For those who don't know what a PK is, it's a preacher's kid.
Yeah.
How is that? How do you go through with that?
Well, I mean, it's my pop was on the pulpit like every other day.
Right.
You know what I mean? I spent my whole life in church, and so when you're involved in the church like that, you become a performer just naturally.
Exactly.
Through the choir, I was in the choir all the time. Church plays, I was always in the church plays, something like that. My dad is always up there, and he was funny too, man. He just wasn't a regular preacher. He'll go ahead and all that little handshake I did and all that. He do that on the pulpit, just an extra kick just for no reason.
Yeah. So you went to one of them churches that was just on fire.
My dad had a washboard. You know what I mean? Did that clack, 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 that joint. He kept it funky.
So your daddy preached and played the washboard?
Yeah, at a Pentecostal church where he was uptight too, bro. Yeah. And he had a cowbell. A cowbell. Come on, my daddy had a cowbell. You know I got to slide on the stage when I hit one.
Right.
That's only right.
Right. So, what is your style of comedy? You could compare yourself to any famous comedian.
People be comparing me to like it's crazy. I get Chris Tucker sometimes, and I get JB Smooth.
JB Smooth. I'll give you JB Smooth.
Yeah, I get that sometimes, and I mean that's the ones that I can kind of see myself in. And I got Jim Carrey before a little bit, but Jim Carrey is on a whole nother level. But that's somebody that I admire in the game.
Cool. So name some. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's all good. I know you got some things on the card there, baby. You're gonna keep it funny. Throw the cards in the air, man.
You're doing so much. You're doing so much.
There it is.
You're doing so much, man. You're so multi-talented.
I just got a new job just recently, working at a charter school. So now I talk about them kids all day long, man.
Right. And how was it? I mean, do you like work on your material with the kids?
Yeah, right there. That's where the jokes come from, dog.
Right there.
Right on the job.
Yeah,
they be like, Mr. Ty, you ain't funny. Say something. And I just talk about, okay, I got this one kid in my class that look like you, and just go in, and I'm like, ooh, that's funny,
right?
And I take it right to the stage, tape it, bring it back to him, play it for him. They be like, oh, Mr. Ty, you was talking about me?
Right.
Like, I was talking about you, Dirty Malik.
Dirty Malik. I remember that one joke you did, but the room, man.
Oh yeah.
That joke is hilarious, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's all about the truth, man. And I try to teach the kids that, man. You know what I mean? Everything come from our realization in life, man. All the real things that we go through, man.
So good, man. What is some advice?
This is nice, man. I like this.
This is nice. Come on.
Sorry, man. Is it covering my jeans? I don't like these jeans.
You feel like you're taking a school picture with it?
Yeah, man. Get this right here, man.
So
this like some Olin Mills right here. I need the straw chair.
Makes you feel like you're at home, don't you? Bro, you need a glass of lemonade.
Some gazelles.
Gazelle.
All right, what you saying?
So, what is some advice you would give some up-and-coming comics, man? Some male comics, even from Philadelphia and Chester, and just period, all over the world.
Well, if you're from Chester, don't shoot nobody once you bomb on stage. But just anybody, just if it's really your calling or if it's really something you love to do, stick with it. You know what I mean? Everybody ain't gonna make it. Everybody ain't gonna be a superstar, but it's fun to do. It's always a show to do. It's always people to make laugh. Ain't a lot of money, but it's some cash in it. You know what I mean? Keep it afloat. It's some Jordan money.
Yeah, it's Jordan.
It's some Comcast money.
Some Comcast money.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
man.
It's something that it's a gift, man, to be able to make people laugh.
Right.
On stage for about 15 minutes.
Right, 15 minutes, man.
I mean, possibly get paid from it. You know what I mean? Is a blessing, man.
And see, a lot of cats don't know. Another country, a lot of cats don't know, man. Getting on stage is not an easy task, man.
Not at all.
It's hard to get on stage and to stand in front of, whether if it's 10, 12, 20, 2,000 people that you don't know and try to tell them your life story or jokes and try to get them to laugh. It's hard.
And they got dressed. They dressed better than you. And they sitting there just like, make me laugh.
Make me laugh. Have you ever had to like tell a joke to a person like that where they got to make me laugh?
Chilling, just like this,
Make me
Like,
laugh.
yeah, and I went over to go tickle this boy.
Right, or you tickle somebody.
He's from North.
How'd that
With
turn
an
out?
F.
With an F.
With an F.
How'd that turn out?
It didn't turn out too good, man. He turned over to his homie. He was like, yo, did he just touch my abdomen? I just was like, yo, this is my time, y'all. Lamar Todd. Y'all be easy out here.
So
Yeah, but I mean, it get rough out there, man. You know, I did stand up at a wedding, man. They threw the rice at me. They didn't even take it out the bag, man. They just threw the bag at us.
the whole rice bag.
The whole rice bag.
How do you handle hecklers?
I deal with them quick, and I get back to get back to the set, bro.
Right.
You don't know, they might be funnier than you.
Yeah.
And it depending on the setting and the volume and the acoustics.
Yeah.
That brother might go ahead and say something to you. Oh, okay, you is funny. Okay, stop. It's your funny self.
Right.
Open mics is on Wednesdays.
Right.
Wednesdays.
So if anybody wanted to book Lamar Todd, can you please give T-Macaroni viewers of your information and how can we get in contact with you? How can we find you? Where would you be next?
You can find me. No, I still want to cover the jeans. You can find me on Facebook. And you can find me anywhere. Just Google Lamar Todd. You just got to put an extra R at the end of the name. My daddy said he made me special for a reason. I think he thinking about the internet technology about 30 years back.
Right, because your name is spelled with two
Lamar Todd.
Lamar.
Lamarrtodd. You Google that, you'll find some Facebook, some other stuff. And hit me up, man. I'm thirsty. I ain't got no friends on Facebook, Instagram, nowhere, man. I got you.
And also, we've been friends. We're going to stay friends. You also are a graphic designer.
Oh yeah, I do graphic design too. Yeah, man, I do that on the side.
You created a lot of my flyers.
It's been a blessing, man. I mean, I just do that on the side just for a little side money. You know what I mean? You know me. We shoot up Onyx sometimes. Do the thing. Man,
So,
Sunday nights.
I'm in church.
Sunday night.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We out.
We out. Okay. So yeah, if you need any graphic designs done, make sure you get at Lamar Todd. Once again, Lamar Todd, very, very funny guy. Lamar Todd, give it up for Lamar Todd.
Thank you, Mac. Appreciate it, baby.
Thank you, man.
My dude.
TeeMac TV, I see you, you see me. Thank you, signing out. Peace.